Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big up to that 501-317. Let's go ahead and make some money this weekend. Yes, sir. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get right into it. I know you should be talking. Y'all know what y'all here for. Y'all know what y'all here for, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let me see what I got here. We got that. We got that 5 dimes. I ain't 5 dimes. That's DraftKings. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and start off with what's pressing. This weekend we got boxing, we got NBA, we got college football, we got the NFL. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying. So y'all know, a nigga ain't blowing smoke. You know what I'm saying? Your boy had a pretty good week. You know what I'm saying? Had a pretty good week, man. Pretty good week. I ain't mad. I really don't give a fuck how people know what I bet or what I don't bet. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter to me. Go ahead and share some shit with y'all right quick. You know what I'm saying? You win some, you lose some, right? But shit, I've been cashing out on you. Know? Been cashing out on them boys. Shit. Let me see, man. What's up? I should just hate this goddamn computer, man. This motherfucker goes slow as hell. You see that? You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's open right now. You know what I'm saying? $4 wager. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that right there? Still open and shit. Okay, so my scroll ain't gonna work either. I swear to God, this shit right here for the birds. God damn, can we just scroll down? These ain't even my one. I'm trying to go to the one site. What's going on? Man, this shit right here for the birds, bro. Fuck it, I guess all y'all ain't gonna see what I did. Let's go ahead and get right into it then. Cause I don't know what's going on with DraftKings. They on that bullshit. But let's go ahead and hop right into it. What y'all want to start with? Should we start with the NBA, NFL, soccer? I think college football. I think college football is where we should begin at. Since there is some games going on today and they do have live in-game betting. I always, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to the live in-game betting because that's where, you know what I'm saying, you can make a decent amount of 50. You know what I'm saying? I got North Carolina winning in a parlay, so I'm good right there. Michigan State Wake Forest. I really don't know much about either team, so I'm gonna kind of stay away from that game. As soon as my scroll come down, as soon as that shit motherfucker stop loading and shit, like it should have loaded like 30 hours or something. My nigga, let me scroll down. Here we go. Oklahoma State, Texas A&M. It's not a game that I'm really, you know what I'm saying, focus on. I mean, it's good if you want to do a college, you know what I'm saying, parlay or football parlay, but I'm gonna stay away from them just cause I know Texas A&M are kind of up and down all year long. But looking at Texas A&M, I mean, the next game down, USC versus Iowa. I like that game. USC is a powerhouse, and this game will be held in California. So it's not like it's not it's almost like they got a home field advantage. You know what I'm saying going on right now. What up? What up, Canna? What up? What up, Jerron? Um. So yeah, man, I think the USC bet is a solid one. I think over Iowa, it is a damn good bet to start off a parlay with, and that's what I'm gonna start off my parlay with is USC over them. And now I'm looking at Washington State and Air Force. I know Air Force got a pretty good little team, but I'm just of the mindset Washington State. They're in the Pac-10. I know it's not, you know what I'm saying, the typical game that you would choose, but if I had to choose anybody, I would choose Washington State just for the simple fact that they are a Pac-12 school and they play better competition than what Air Force plays. But I'm going to leave that out of the parlay. All right, let's go on to I guess let's go to the NBA. Do I want to go to the NBA? Do I want to do the NBA? I think I do want to do NBA. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some good games this weekend. It's definitely some money to be made this weekend. So I think that the NBA would be a good option. All right, Boston Celtics don't really have a horse in that race. I mean, if you see the lines, I mean, it's nowhere you can even possibly make money. Uh, Charlotte Hornets, they were plus money last night, but now the line has fallen. I will take the Charlotte Hornets over the Thunder just because of the simple fact that the Thunder played last night and back-to-back games not don't really go good. And Hornet, they're at home, so I'm gonna go Charlotte Hornets with the USC. Um, 76ers, I'm not quite sure about that game. The Magic, you know what I'm saying, they so up and down, it's not even worth, you know what I'm saying, risking. The Heat and the Heat and the Pacers, you know, good game, good game, good game. But one game that I do want to get your attention is the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. Actually, I'm gonna throw the Miami Heat in there too. I just feel like they're at home, but Malcolm Brogdon been playing ball, man. He been playing some good basketball, very good basketball. Ah, you know what? I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna leave that out. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. Like going into that shit, like you just don't know, right? You just don't know. All right, let's move on to some soccer right quick. And this is just like just a little quick parlay, you know what I'm saying, just to get you uh what I be doing and trying to put some money in your pocket, man. Uh Brighton, Bournemouth. Bournemouth been letting me down all year, but so I'm not fucking with them. Everton, I'm going with Everton, and I'm going with Aston Villa over Watford. I think Aston Villa been playing some good ball here lately. Also, I'm gonna throw Tottenham in there too. I like what Tottenham been doing here recently. Uh, no, what I'm gonna throw? Yeah, I'm gonna throw Leicester City because they're coming off a loss, and I think they should be bouncing back real tough. All right, so you see that right there, right? You see that right there. So right now we at 2,291 odds. All right, so those are good odds. You gotta realize, you know what I'm saying. You gotta make sure that whatever you put in your parlay, you know what I'm saying, you are sure that it is gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? Like don't just jumble up your parlay and putting things in there and pay attention to the in-game betting. If you have DraftKings or FanDuel, in-game betting is where that. If you're at home watching the game and you feel like the tide is shifting to another team, in-game betting is definitely where it's at. I can't stress to you enough how much money I made in the past week of in just doing in-game bets. You know what I'm saying? Like last night, I put an in-game bet on the Minnesota Timberwolves and the who they played. They played somebody, but anyway, I knew that the the Kings. I just felt like the way the game was going and them coming back and the way they were hitting shots, they were going to end up winning that game. So I put down like a $16 parlay, was $16 bet straight up, won like $38. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you can double your money, even though it may not be a lot, it's a win. And you got to keep building and building and building as you get better at this shit. You know what I'm saying? This will become more simple and more easy to you. Let's go to the NFL now. Look, honestly, it's a bad week for the NFL. It's a bad week in the NFL. A lot of teams already wrapped up, and a lot of people could not be playing themselves. You know what I'm saying? May not be playing their starters now. Looking at this first game, Buffalo Bills and New York Giants, it's gonna be a tough fought game. But who needs this game more? Who needs it more? In my opinion, the Buffalo Bills need it more to keep their playoff hopes alive than the New York Jets. So I'm riding with Buffalo Bills. Now, also riding with the Minnesota Vikings. They need this win. They definitely need this win too. So Vikings done. Chargers Chiefs, staying away from it. I don't know. Bro, I don't know. I don't know if Mahomes is gonna be playing or what. Packers Lions again. I don't know. So Packers Lions, man, it's tough way to go. Dolphins Patriots, leave it off too. Leave that shit off. Leave it off. It's not worth it. New Orleans Saints Carolina. Saints pretty much wrapped up, so they ain't really playing for nothing. Atlanta Falcons, Baltimore, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, honestly, this is a game that I think all starters will play because it's a division game and they want to go out on a high. But the way James Winston's been playing, he's been lighting people up, but he's been turning the ball over at a high clip. And I honestly don't know what James is going to show up and what Falcons is going to show up. So leave them off too. Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals. Ah, ah. Leave it off, man. Not worth the headache. Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh need that win more than Baltimore. Baltimore pretty much got it wrapped up. And the Tennessee Titans will take on the Houston Texans. I really think that's a game that the Texans need more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? More than anybody. So that could be a possibility. You know what I'm saying? 49ers, Seahawks. That's at home for the Seattle. Now, if you want to do a whole separate parlay for the NFL, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? And you can be more concise with your picks. But I'm gonna leave that Seattle San Fran out, and I'm gonna go back up to that Tennessee Houston. I just feel like Houston needs it more than Tennessee. I know Ryan Tannehill been playing great. I know that, but I just feel like when it's all said and done, it goes down to the quarterback. Who's the better quarterback? Who has the better receiving core? Who has the better offense? And I know it could be the argument for the Titans, but I'm rolling with I'm rolling with the Texans, man. You roll with the Texans. You see that right there. Now look, now we can always go back to your parlay and like amend it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Charlotte Hornets. Now I'm not quite sure about them, so amend that. You know what I'm saying? Take them out. Take them out. I'm not sold on what Charlotte is doing just quite yet. But Leicester City, Aston Villa, Everton, Minnesota, Houston, Buffalo. I'm all confident in those games. UFC, I'm kind of shaking it in my pants right now, but at the same time, I think UFC will have enough to get the job done against Ohio State Hawkeyes. I think the speed of UFC will play a big part in this game tonight. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And Honestly, I might have to leave USC out too. Even though I'm comfortable but with them, I might have to just leave them out just based on the sheer fact that I haven't seen them a lot this year. But who knows, man? Who knows? I might amend it. I might not. But let's see. Let's go from here. Let's go to boxing, man. Let's see what this boxing got for us. Let me see where we at. Boxing, baby. Who out there chatting? Know what I'm saying? Who out there chatting that shit? Let me see. Let me pull y'all up right quick. You know, I got some chats out there. Who out there? What up, Rob and 870, man? Oh, yeah, let me get at you, Rob, right quick. Gonna have you call in. I'm gonna get to this boxing right quick. Just add me on Skype, brother, like you did last time. Add me on Skype and I'll take your call. Let me get that call right quick. Alright, let me see. Let me see. I can't even do it for some reason. My Skype. Alright, there you go. There you go, Rod. I got you. I just launched that thing for you. Give me about 5 minutes, man. Let me finish it with this boxing right quick. We'll definitely do. Yeah, Seven. We doing a Wild and Furious show. We just got to get back on basic with each other. It should be coming up in about 30 minutes. After I finish over here, y'all know me. I'm going right back to it. Oh yeah. I got you, Amps. Same thing I told you. But before we made the bet, homie. Hey, damn, y'all gotta help me. I stated that before we even made the bet, but it's all good. I know how people is. Badu Jack, John Pascal. Oh man, that's a tough fight to be honest with you. I'm looking at that fight and saying my 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 mind tells me that Badu Jack should win that fight, but I haven't seen John Pascal like man resurrect his fucking career. You know what I'm saying? Like resurrect his career. And I think I'm gonna go with Pascal just for shits and giggles. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pascal. Yes, sir. Did I just see Deontay Wilder's plus money? Yeah, I might put some money down right now. He plus money. Deontay, Deontay plus money. Nah, he ain't stopping Bevo. I mean, he ain't stopping Pascal. Bevo couldn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? Bevo couldn't even stop him. Uh, Mark and Bottle Jacket, not that big a puncher either. Winning group of rounds. Now with Tank, man, let's be serious, man. We gotta go to the rounds. And we gotta do round bet for Tank. And look, we all know Gamboa is a 4 round fighter, man. He normally gasses out after 4 or 5 rounds. And they ain't really giving you the option for group round, but they trying to make it tough on you. God damn. They trying to make it tough on the player. You got rounds 1 through 3 plus 280. Rounds 4 through 6 plus 225. My fighter of the decade. I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't say Floyd Mayweather. But I think there's a legitimate argument for Manny Pacquiao too. I know Floyd beat Manny, but Manny, even after that Floyd loss, has gone on and get some more big time wins under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Cowboys, give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna get to you. I'm trying to figure out uh, Gamboa and Davis. Uh, I ain't never say you was sweating me, nigga. You too sensitive. Take that sensitive shit ass on somewhere, man. I don't need no fucking apology, dog. Fuck your apology, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm talking to, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm talking to, dog. Uh, goddamn Javante. Man, that's a tough one, bruh. Rounds 1 through 3. Can Gamboa take a punch from Javante? Now, well, I'm gonna say rounds 4 through 6, just to be on the safe side. I think I think Young Boy has a little bit, you know what I'm saying, left in the tank. I'm gonna say 4 through 6. And there you go, man. There is my parlay, which just give you some ridiculous $1 when you're $1,000, something like that. That's crazy. All right, man. Y'all see my shit, man. I think these are all good picks. Ooh, Pascal and Badu Jack. I do have to say that that could possibly be a draw. Possibly go down as a draw. Trust me, I've seen Badu Jack in a lot of close fights, man. A lot of close fights. But let's go ahead and get to these Skype right quick, man. To these Skype callers right quick. My nigga Rod just called me. Let's see what he got. What he got picked for this weekend. Let me see. Let me see. Accept that. All right, Rod. I'm calling you back right now. Don't forget if this is right now on YouTube, take a second out and smash that thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Yeah, this shit ain't ringing. There you go. What up, Rod, man? What's going on, man? Oh, shit. Unavailable. All right, anybody else want to call in and give your opinion right quick before I end this thing? You know what I'm saying? You can add. All right, here we go. See what Rod got for me. He normally have some solid picks, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Rod?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
I can't call it, man. How's it
Can
going
you
with
hear
you?
me?
Yeah, happy holidays.
Oh yeah, man. You too, man. Merry Christmas, man. What's up, man? I saw you doing that betting show, man. I wanted to get in on that, man.
Yeah, what you got for me this weekend, man? We got any
this,
slippers, you know what I'm saying? Anything in the NFL that I should be worried about?
this weekend, I ain't really jumped on the NFL yet. I started looking at them on Friday or Saturday when they like later on today and Saturday when they start releasing the injury report. Then I'll go through that. Uh, I was going to talk to you about what you were saying about live in game betting for the people that's listening, man. That is where it's at, like Mike said. If you guys get on the live in game betting and you pay attention to the game and you watch the momentum, you can make a shitload of money. They've made bet now on Bovada and what you say you use, Mike?
DraftKings, man.
DraftKings. They've made it to where it's not gambling anymore. When I started doing this about 4 or 5 years ago, you just place your bet and just hope for the best. It's like you're shooting craps, you know what I'm saying? Now you can almost play this shit like almost like trading stock options or something like that. You could do it to that extent where you're watching the games and as the game go on and you get good odds. For example, Mike, Green Bay was playing Minnesota, and I put what did I put? I put uh, 50 on the first half at a +3 for Green Bay to cover +3. I think it was +3.5, and they covered that. And then during the game, Green Bay was kind of picking up slow, and they were already a 5 point
Nigga,
underdog
they
to
would have
start the
just got
game.
to me buying their time, man. They were just buying, bro. Tell me
Yep,
why my
exactly.
my dumb ass cashed out at halftime.
Oh, you
40,
did? Yeah,
40,
yeah, yeah. That's
40.
I would. You know what's crazy? I was so close to cashing out, and then I looked at it. I said, "No, you know what?" I said, "I'm gonna hold on to the $25 bet I got at +5," but then they dropped to like +7.5 at one point in the game, and I said, "No, Aaron Rodgers is gonna at least do." Didn't you grab that refrigerator? I was gonna get that. Sorry, man. We got movers, but I was gonna take it at 7.5. I took it at 7.5. I ended up winning $255 off that game profit just by watching it, doing two live in-game bets, doing the first half bet, and then I also did a second half bet. I think they was like a +1.5 on the second half bet, and I did that.
But they
So
they lucky last night, nigga. I couldn't get my fucking bet in because they had Portland Trailblazers as a plus 20 21 point underdog going into the fourth quarter. Nigga, I tried to put some money down on that shit so quick. They said
exactly, and
they
if you
they
and if you guys watch basketball, you know basketball is a game of runs. So you have to watch it, and you could pick up a lot of money with little risk on underdogs. And what I mean by that is if you know Portland is playing, let's say somebody like the Wizards, and the Wizards jump out on them like by 15 points, you know Portland gonna have a chance of coming back. So you might get like a plus 450 on the money line. You throw like $10 on that, man, you can win you a little money. But you gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You gotta pay attention to stuff like that.
Absolutely. So you ain't got no sleepers this weekend. Something you think might pan out that won't. I mean that people
Give,
overlooking.
give me 1 second, Mike. Give me 1 second. I'll give you one. I wrote some of them down. Give me 1 second. I was kind of moving when you called. Let me look at it.
No problem. Problem. What up? What up? Dietrich Betts. What's going on, man? What's up? What's going on, Seven? No, man. But I really think looking at the football, I know it's a tough game, but I think Seahawks being at home really played into their favor. You know what I'm saying? Against San Fran, and we've seen San Fran be kind of vulnerable when they come up against good teams, and Seattle were able to beat them in San Fran. So, and it's the battle for the NFC West. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't the winner is the crown?
Yeah, they do. They get the crown. I would say this: Tampa Bay, Jameis Winston.
Bruh, I'm so itchy on that game because Jameis throws so many fucking interceptions. So
This
many.
exactly. But this is what I would tell you. With that game, that's going to be a hard fought game because both coaches are trying. Bruce Arians isn't trying to keep his job, but his players know that he's going to be there for a while, so they're going to play their ass off. The Falcons coach is trying to keep his job, so that game is going to be a real game. That's not going to be a bullshit game. And the Falcons have been playing good as of lately, and I ain't heard anything about Julio sitting out or what's Matt Ryan sitting out. So if you bet that game, I would almost go with Falcons on the money line. It's even right now. So if you bet 25, you win 25. You bet 50, you win 50. I would do that. But if you look at the Buccaneers, Jameis Winston has a hurt thumb. And that's why he was throwing bad in the last game. The 2 games before he injured his thumb, he had 450 yards in each game and like 3 or 4 touchdowns. Last game, he had an injured thumb. He couldn't throw the whole week, and he wore that glove on it. So that thumb is still hurt him this week. So if I was betting, that would be one of my games that where the Falcons are underdog, you get even money on your bet. So if you bet 25, you win 25. I would look at that one. Uh, Minnesota, they are underdog, but I don't think they're gonna play their starters the whole game. And then you got Dalvin Cook
But
out.
is Minnesota like pretty much already in the
They
playoffs?
locked in their position. Yep, they
Yeah.
locked in their position. They
Okay.
can't get any better. So they probably just gonna settle with a 10-6 record and get the hell out. So with that being said, I wouldn't if I touch that game, I would put money on Chicago because Chicago is actually gonna play hard and gonna try to win that game. Because the quarterback got to prove himself, and you got a lot of players on the team that's playing for their contract next year. So if I was going to bet that game, I would go with Chicago. Either and Chicago is a 3-point favorite, so that's not bad.
I'm
That's
just
not a
on the
bad line.
mindset. If you're on a bad team, most of these motherfuckers thinking about 1, 2, 3 Cancun. You feel me? You know what I'm
They
saying?
are Cancun, Mike, but at the same time, they are playing for the contract next year. So if you got a team like you have the Cowboys, who pretty much are playing just in case the Eagles win. Let's say the Eagles win their game against the Giants. The Cowboys players are still going to play because you got Byron Jones playing for a contract. You still got Amari Cooper who hadn't played good in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe he want to go out and score 2 or 3 touchdowns. So when you look at his numbers at the contract table, he has 1,200 yards instead of 1,000 yards, and he got 10 touchdowns instead of 6. So you got to think about that. A lot of players these last weeks that play on these teams that are borderline. Now, if you got a team like Miami, Miami playing for seeding. So Miami isn't going to play their starters. I agree with you. But if you got a team that's 7-7, 8-7, 9-7, something like that, that's going to miss the playoffs by one game, those players are playing to get that money, that guaranteed money for next year. And they're playing to make their numbers look better. So you still have to remember to bet those games. Green Bay, I wouldn't touch that because Green Bay is playing for that. I take that back. Green Bay is playing for the number one seed in that game, Mike. Number one and number two seed. So they do need to play hard in that game. And with Detroit kind of bagging it in for seeding, I would say I would go with Green Bay first half line at 7 points. I'll take that all day. That's easy money. I'm taking it all day because
And
Aaron
Matt,
Rodgers will come out with at least 2 touchdowns on him.
and Matt Stafford ain't playing.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
and they playing for seeding. So at least they're gonna play hard in the first half to see what's going on in the other games. Now, if the other games are blowouts and they know by halftime, hey, the Saints about to win, the 49ers about to beat the Seahawks. Well, they don't know if the 49ers are going to beat the Seahawks because they play later on. So that game, Green Bay will beat their ass in that game. So that's another sure game. I would do the Falcons and Green Bay would be the two games that I definitely would look at. But with Green Bay, I would do a first half line. I would do the 7 points on the first half.
yeah,
And
man.
then you got, hold on, Mike, let me give you a couple more. You got the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Chargers, the Chiefs, they could get a bye if New England lose. But New England playing Miami. Miami ain't gonna play nobody because they want to get a top three seed. So I wouldn't even touch that game because the Chiefs gonna know by the first quarter that Miami, New England is up 21-0.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't bet.
I wouldn't touch the Chief games either.
The Saints game, that one a tough one too, Mike, because you kind of looking at the Green Bay situation where the Saints can get that bye week, or if they slip up and but they got Teddy Bridgewater as a backup.
Yeah,
So with Carolina playing the way they playing, I don't see Carolina bagging it in because their quarterback is still playing to try to prove that he's the quarterback of the future. You're still gonna have Christian McCaffrey playing. So I would say that 13 points I'm seeing on Bovada, that's too much. I wouldn't go with that. But I would look at Saints for first half bet at 7 points.
yeah.
7 point favorite first half bet might be a good bet
I'm not.
for the.
I'm not really sold on Kyle Allen. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good. He's okay, and I think the Saints have a little bit more to play for just because you know what I'm saying that they could get that one of the top two seeds. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Baltimore isn't
don't
playing any
touch
starters
don't
this
touch that shit at all.
because you don't know what the Steelers going to do because they got half of their damn team hurt. The New York Jets, I would take them at minus 105 over the Bills because the Bills are in the position they're going to be in. They're not going to move up or down. I could see them probably playing their starters for a couple of series and then taking them out. The Jets are going to play their starters the full game because they plan for next year. They plan to see, okay, who's going to be on this roster next year because they feel like they're only a couple of players away. They got a quarterback, they got a running back, they got a couple good receivers, they got some good safeties. They just looking to see in certain spots, so their players are going to play. With that game being, they've been a 1 point underdog. I would take that game. That's a game I would take the full game. I wouldn't look at the halftime. I would take the full game. I'm actually going to bet that game, the Jets to win that on the money line.
Okay, all right.
And if you put a money line, you could put 25 or 50 on that. And if they're not playing as good as you think they should play, cash out by halftime.
Yes, sir.
Cash out, you get your $4. You still keep your money. You live to play another. You live to play another game.
Gotta love that cash out option, man. But hey, Rod, let me go ahead and end this show because we're gonna do another show on the Boxing Voice about Wilder and Fury announcement.
Okay, cool. Hey, Mike, anytime you need me to jump on, man, just send me an inbox. I'll jump on with you. I have my bets ready. You kind of caught me off guard this time, but I could get on with you and we could talk some good stuff, man.
I bet.
All right. Yep.
What up, Tex? What up, Conrad? Yeah, man. I think USC will get the win tonight against Iowa. I think it's being in California is a big advantage to them. So yeah, what up, Tex? But
Man, y'all are tripping, man. Y'all make me feel bad. I'm like, damn.
no, I'm serious, man. I think just the fact the game being in California, you know what I'm saying, with that home crowd, man, you never know how this shit plays out. And then they got to travel across country. I don't know what these kids been doing since they've been in California. You know what I'm saying? They've been partying or what? So it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Catch me in about 3 or 4 minutes on the Boxing Voice for the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury announcement show. We'll be doing it, man. We'll get into it, and until next time, I'm out this bitch. Yes, sir. Peace out.